Hi everyone, hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back to the channel and a new video. Today we are gonna attack the airbag kit in the Astra. I might be eating my words here, as when I removed the new dashboard, which is in the back of the car here, I said how easy it was. Am I going to be eating my words? Because that dashboard didn't have all of the controls for the heating and the radio in there. Quite a few of you in the comments did say to me, Rob, they're a doddle to get out. And this is the first Astra J airbag kit I have removed. So we're going to crack straight on with it, get this dashboard removed, get it all removed, and hopefully get it all swapped out today. The seat belts are locked solid like they normally are. That one there's locked halfway out. So, yep, there we go. Let's crack straight on and try and get it done. We'll probably get it outside actually, so that we can get the doors wide open on it and give us a little bit more room. I nearly shut that in the door there, guys. And you can see someone's actually done that before. Let's get it outside. Let's actually do something a little bit different today. So when I took that other one out, I think it was about 45 minutes, an hour tops. We can't rush this. It's very, very important that it's not rushed because this is a vital part of the car. But, I don't know if you can see that, guys. Start. Let's time. Let's leave that there. Hopefully that phone stays on. It is toast, but I've got it plugged into a charger. Let's actually see how long it does take us to swap out that airbag kit. "27 minutes, guys, so far, and we're ready to come out. Honestly, it's so easy to do. I really don't mind doing this. I've got to whip the glove box out. There's two more bolts to undo that side, the little cover on the centre top of the dash there, and I'm good to go. Hopefully it doesn't rain because I've put all the windows down and disconnected the battery. So I'll crack on, get that done. I did those last few little bits off camera there, guys, like took the glove box out and disconnected all of these speakers. There is going to be a couple of little wires here and there that are still caught up, but apart from that, I think we're ready to go. It's one just here. Honestly, Chris, so easy.
Yeah, that's what we like. You manage that?
Yeah, hopefully there's no more of them little clips.
Just caught the gear stick.
Yeah, it's alright. I know a lot of people say that they take the seats out to do them, but it's not something I've done. I don't really need to. Just got to watch I don't scratch.
You're caught the seat. You've caught the seat, mate. That's it. Yeah, clear.
And there we go. One out. You can see this is the main structure. That is just really a cover, and that's all an airbag is. And that was the passenger airbag. Nice to see that plug's not melted, so we haven't got to change that. And I've just seen there's actually a little quick release here that we're going to be using, so we'll actually connect this part to the dash first, and then I can connect it up here after. But these are the little tricky ones. They're for like those little tweeters in the dash, and then you've got one long one here that goes up to that middle one. But yeah, very easy. Let's have a quick look at the time, how long it's took. If you shine that here, Chris. We did stop for a quick coffee. 1 hour, 1 minute. Weren't bad going, was it, really?
Good.
There we go. Let's get the other one lined up and get it ready to put back in. I was doing so well there, guys, but I managed to get the battery on it and get the windows done up. So I'm just going to have to wait for this to die off a little bit and then get back in there and finish it off. But we're almost there with it now anyway. You're probably seeing that bit of time lapse I did there, guys. I actually, with the radio, I put it all in and then realised these fans were missing, these vents. They wasn't actually in this dashboard. So I had to take them out the other one. But in order to get them in, this had to be removed. In order to remove that, I had to remove the stereo. So that was my bad. I should have done it first. But the dashboard's all in. Everything's all bolted up. This A-pillar I need to put in and a couple of other little trims. But we are down to the last little bits now. So that just pops in. Do that little catch up. Steering wheel's all tight and I've torqued it up as well. And there we go. Hopefully the horn works. Well, it would help if I had the battery on, wouldn't it? Let's connect that up and see if the horn works. Job's a good one. We do need to change that badge. It's quite poor there. The one on the other airbag's all right. So service airbag. Let's start it up and see what other lights we got. What is that beeping? Seatbelt light, traction control and ABS. That's probably because we've had it up in the air because it hasn't took a whack on any of the wheels. But I did check everything as I was going through it. I'm not going to turn the radio on, guys, obviously. But all the heaters and everything seem to work. I won't time lapse anymore, but I'm going to crack on and get that A-pillar cover back in there. And also move on to the seat belts, the passenger side one. You see, I had to actually cut it, and the reason I had to cut it, it was so tight, and where it's bolted to the seat, I couldn't move the seat backwards or forwards. But I got the other airbags in there, a couple of little spare tweeters, because obviously this dashboard had some in it, but that was very, very straightforward to do. And we haven't got any bolts left over, which is always a good thing. Guys, I do always try to keep these separate because you don't want to get them muddled up. But that is the original one, and if you look on there, 9413MB, 9413MB. We got one from down the breakers, so we haven't got to pay to get that done. We'll get that in, and fingers crossed, that airbag light goes out. Little A-pillar cover, all in, and seat belts, both sides. And that's both of them sorted. We'll just check that they click in. That's that one. They're quite mucky, these seat belts, but once it gets valeted, yeah, they're both perfect. Let's fit that module. That's it, guys, all in there. I'm so confident I've even put the covers on. Chris is in there. Go on, mate.
I've put the battery on, will mate.
No one's ever said, why does Chris keep calling you Johnny? No one's ever mentioned that, have they?
Straight out, mate. Engine management light, let's start her up.
That's gone out as well, isn't it?
Yeah, just the seatbelt, isn't it?
And the ABS light's gone out.
Yeah. You probably got to get off that seat, haven't you?
Have I? That's what it is.
That's out. Yeah.
Yes, no lights, guys, so that is it, all done. Let's get this loaded up and get it straight round the paint shop. Oh, guys, I will elaborate there. Chris has just always called me Johnny. I don't know why. My name's Rob, but it's just a thing. So, guys, we've got the main man here and his son fitting a new windscreen for it. Liam, who we always use. Quite a lot of you do always say, Rob, why don't you just fit the windscreens yourself? And guys, to be honest, it's a bit like paint. It's got to be done by a pro. We're not painters. Liam does this day in, day out. yeah, we are trade, and yeah, he does look after us, but your windscreen is quite important in a car, Liam, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I mean, you've got structure, which is...
It's a vital part of your
very,
structure,
very
isn't it?
part. It's not something you should really mess with.
And what you were saying to me before about you turned up to help a guy that was struggling.
Oh yes. He couldn't get the windscreen in, and he said, but every time I move along, I drive along, my vehicle just keeps making wind noise.
And what did he stick it in with?
Mastic.
White mastic.
White mastic.
The guy tried putting, and that windscreen is a vital part of the structure, so that's why we get Liam out to do it. Looks like he's nearly got that out. We get the new one in there, and this car really is pulling together now. Guys, I did do those seat belts. I forgot to mention them previously. They're all changed. The other side's changed, so it is all good to go now, and it's ready for the paint after Liam's fitted that windscreen. It has got, what's this got on it? A light sensor.
It's got a rain and light sensor here.
Rain and light sensor. We was a bit worried about it, how expensive it was going to be, but Liam said he's doing this for free. Oh, yeah, I wish it. Yeah, but he said he's going to stick it in with mastic. No, I'm sure he'll look after us. Liam's just driving off in the background there, guys. A lot of you are probably wondering, where are you, Rob? I've not seen that place before. And to be honest, we've had to do this a little bit way around the wrong way. I know as well there's a couple of cars in the background with covers over them. Guys, I have no idea what they are, and they don't belong to me, so I'm not going to lift the covers up. So it went a bit round the wrong way. Liam was actually meant to come out, but he's had a lot of trouble with his AdBlue system on his van, so he couldn't make it. And we was desperate to get this obviously delivered to the paint shop. It was booked in. So I took it to the paint shop. The guy said that he's not starting it till later on today. Liam rang me this morning and said, Rob, I can do that windscreen for you. So of course I said I rang the painter, got the keys for the car, and I've bought it. He said there's a yard down the bottom there. It doesn't belong to me, but you'll be fine to use it. The guy does let me store a couple of cars there. So I've brought it down to the yard here, and Liam has fitted that windscreen for us. And I think you would agree now, that's perfect. Chris went round it for the painter and just circled all the bits that we want done. So that bit of the wing, I think I mentioned he based all this up. It's all based up inside. Someone did mention in the comments that there's a screw behind here and you have to take the window out. You don't have to take the window out. Chris did get inside there with a little 10mm spanner and he can undo it. And the bolt hole for this wing is actually a fork, so it's not all the way around. So he managed to slip it in there and just nip that up. And also he's marked it there as well. So let's now get this back to the paint shop. I know the airbag videos never break any world records, guys, but so many of you do enjoy it. And I think in that one, although I didn't capture a great deal, you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying, and I think I explained all the way through how simple it was. And I'm still adamant to date that is definitely the easiest airbag kit I've ever done. And a lot of you say, what shall I start with? What salvage car? I want to buy a salvage car. Don't let the airbags in an Astra scare you, because they genuinely could be done by anybody with a little socket set. I use my tiny little set there. The Sealy ratchet gun really does help with the seat belts. They was all really straightforward to do. And as usual, of course, the video is a bit, 1 minute we're here, 1 minute we're there, and then we're up in the air. But that's how it always pans out for us. I've said it before, nothing's scripted. We don't write anything down. I turn up at the yard in the morning, and me and Chris have a cup of coffee and say, right, let's do that, and we just get on with it. But I think quite a lot of you already know that anyway. So Liam's done the windscreen, it's at the painters. Hopefully there's going to be one more video on it, and that's going to be picking it up from the paint shop, fitting it up, and of course your most favourite bit, crunching the numbers. Sorry this video's not as long as they normally are, but genuinely I just couldn't add any more to it. So as usual, if you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and it shows your appreciation. Check out the merchandise. That's enough waffle. Link is in the description, and follow us on Instagram for the little sneak peeks at Salvage Rebuilds. Hope everybody has a lovely weekend, and we'll see you early next week in the next one.